I hand pick them, then I bring them back, and you have to take them off the stem, because if you do not take them off the stem and you process them, that stem is poisonous, and you'll get cyanide in your jelly.
Don't want that. Welcome back to the Producer. My name is Cameron Brining. This is our third episode, and today we have Tuesday from Tuesday's Kitchen. She's from Stratton, Nebraska, and she has a lot of amazing products. She's our first cottage producer, so she's very unique, and as far as I know, she's the first one to ship product, and she has a bunch of treats, and one of the goals of Food Store Direct is to stay kind of healthy, but what's the point of being healthy if you can't enjoy treats once in a while? So, without further ado, we have Miss Tuesday. Tuesday, if you'd like to introduce yourself.
Hello, I am Tuesday Forch from Stratton, Nebraska. Business name is Tasties from Tuesday's Kitchen. I guess I'm kind of healthy, but not really. There is no preservatives in anything. So it has to either upon arrival be eaten right away or froze or refrigerated.
That's what we like. Awesome. So, kind of moving from that, if you want to give your story, kind of what is the deal with Stratton, your family got there, and have you always lived there, and what kind of got you into making food, and if you kind of want to give your background for why you started Tuesday's Kitchen here, Tasties Tuesdays, Tuesday's Tasties, I apologize. Is it Tuesdays from
Tasties?
Tasties Tuesdays. There we go.
Yeah.
So, sorry. Go ahead.
Well, born and raised here. Live on a farm. We're in a farming community. I got a lot of farming background. We had a restaurant. We had a convenience store. And my passion has always been the baked goods. So I would go down and bake for the desserts at the restaurant. And my father, I guess, is what got me started. He's a diabetic. So years ago, they had sugar out called Sugar Like, and they don't make it anymore. So I incorporated family recipes into that cookbook. And now everything I make here has sugar in it, but everything is family recipes or ones that I have came up with on my own and just went with it.
Yeah.
I guess.
I tried the popcorn you sent me, the cinnamon rolls, and that elderberry jam, and you can tell that it's a family recipe, and there's, like you said, no preservatives. So if you're going to splurge out a little bit, you might as well do it as healthy as possible, and that's kind of what you do good at. And it's awesome that you've always been in the food industry in some capacity. You've always been kind of baking in some capacity, so you got it down. And so kind of moving from there, what's your products? What's your favorite ones? What's your top sellers? What would you recommend someone try that's unique that wouldn't be anywhere else?
I'd have to say my cinnamon rolls. My cinnamon rolls, that recipe was grandmother's from long time ago. And I've tweaked it here and there. And my cinnamon rolls, they are very good. Everybody tells me they're the best around and the best they've ever tasted. And if you want to peek.
Yeah, if you want to go ahead and show your. Yeah, I tried them and they are definitely the best I've ever had.
Here's the cinnamon rolls.
Oh, yeah.
And they are heavy. They are not light. They are heavy. And they are full of cinnamon and gooey.
Yep. Awesome. What else you got there? You want to show around your little assortment here?
Sure. Okay. He doesn't know it yet, but this, I'm going to have him put it on his site as seasonal, but this is the fruitcake, and it is made with an applesauce cake. And of course, you can see it's got the candied fruit in it, and it is very moist.
So,
Okay. And I'll cut the banana bread so you can see it. Now, this is the one with the nuts, and it's got a lot of banana stuff in it. And my banana breads are upwards of over 1.5 pounds to 2 pounds. I guess then we'll move along.
yeah.
Then here's the banana bread that does not have nuts. And it's got a lot of gooey in it, and it's heavy.
Really
then
good.
here comes, thank you. Then here comes I don't see it very often. I've only seen it in one other cookbook, but here is the Poppyseed with an orange juice glaze on it. And this has you can see the sugary glaze on it. Once it dries, it is total sugar on top, as you can see.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't skip on the poppy seed. And there's what it looks like inside. Okay. And then I guess I'll put that aside.
Those breads look really good. We're excited to sell those and definitely try them out.
I'm going to put this back over here. Okay. Then we'll go along to the white bread. The white bread will come to you looking like this. And us as being like to eat, we don't slice it. You can slice it or you can tear it off. And when you tear it off, it's kind of sectioned. So you tear it off just like that. Of course, we eat the whole thing. Okay. Let me move this, and then I will slice the cinnamon bread. The cinnamon bread, of course, these breads were made today. Oh, that's natural. Okay, made a mess. Let me clean it up. The cinnamon bread it's got a lot of gooey in it. And it fell, of course.
Sounds really good. I really want to try that out. It's anything like those cinnamon rolls. Awesome.
There's the swirl. And as you can see, it's got a lot of it creamed up, so it's juicy inside. It's got an air pocket, and then there's what it looks like. And you can either put it in the toaster and then butter it afterwards, or you can butter it and put it in a skillet. Now, I have people that butter it and put it in a skillet, so they don't ruin their toaster. Or I have people that go and make French toast out of it.
Man, I was about to ask about that, and that sounds amazing.
And most of them, that's what they do, is French toast. That is what they do.
That's
okay.
Really good. I might try that out.
Oh, you'll have to. It is good. Let's see. And here is the peanut brittle. Yep, we'll move on to the candy. Here's the peanut brittle.
Oh, yeah.
And then here's caramel popcorn, of course. I made a mess in there, so we'll just go it this way.
That stuff's very addictive. That vanilla that you add to it, it's unlike any other popcorn I've ever had. Caramel popcorn. That stuff is killer. I love it. But check that out. Make sure to check that out. I'll link that one in the top. That was my favorite thing in the description here. Awesome. You want to add anything about it? The popcorn?
Yes, my candy. I don't use the imitation vanilla because it's got that chemical aftertaste. And here is what I store my Papua New Guinea vanilla in. And then, of course, I spilled it, but that's what it looks like. It's really dark. And the reason why you have to put foil around your jar of your vanilla is so the light does not get to it, because the light will weaken real vanilla. And that's why you always see if it's real vanilla, it'll be in a dark container.
Interesting. You want to
And
talk
then,
a little? Oh, sorry to interrupt. You want to talk a little bit more about your vanillas and how you have a bunch of them and kind of what you're experimenting with, because I find that really interesting and other people would.
yes, I got onto it because I don't like that aftertaste in the candy, especially. So I thought, okay, I'll buy it. So I got on a group, and it's co-op, and I have in my closet, I think there's 12 different countries of the vanilla, different kinds, brewing. And it takes alcohol and the vanilla beans, and you have to brew them for a year. And then you take them out and you test them with either cream and the vanilla, or you bake something and put it in there. And if it has a slight alcohol taste to it, let her go and sit for a little bit, some more months. But it usually takes a year and a half to brew it to where it's perfected. And let's see, just can't think of anything else about that.
So what you're saying is that your vanilla flavors are extremely unique and no one else is going to have anything else like that because of you have a big assortment, it takes so long and you've been experimenting for so long. That's why I think that caramel popcorn tastes so good and all the other stuff of course, but
It is. Each vanilla, like the Mexican vanilla, the Madagascar vanilla, they sun cure it or they go and bourbon cure it. Sun cure, they leave it out in the sun. And a bourbon cure, I don't remember what they do with that one, but there's two different kinds, and some of them have the creamy notes of coffee, some of them have the creamy notes of butter and cream, some of them have a fruity note to them, which when I mean note, I mean kind of flavor. So those are the ones you want to put in your Jello salads or your Cool Whip salads. So you just kind of pair it with whatever you're baking. I've done a lot of research on that. And then the difference between the store-bought stuff, the real stuff, is they mix and mix and mix it with water. And if you mix it with alcohol, then you go and it works better for candy because it has a higher tolerance to heat. That's why I like my real vanillas for that, because it has a tolerance for heat.
interesting. Cool. Do you have any other vanilla like stuff you put that vanilla on that you have in front of you here?
Only thing I do my vanilla with, I'll do it in my candies. Oh, I got one more thing that I put the vanilla in.
All right.
And this will be seasonal. It's in the refrigerator. Let me get it.
All right. Yep.
And this is the homemade cherry mash. And here's the underside.
Wow.
And this has maraschino cherries in it. And then here's the top side.
Never had a cherry mash before. You kind of want to explain what a cherry mash is and what you'd use it with?
Cherry mash is candy. It'll be available in cool months. You can buy the cherry mash candy. It's in a little ball. You can buy that at the store. But this, I always make this at Christmas time. Well, I've started doing it year round, except for in the summertime, because it melts and it'll just, you leave it on the counter and it'll just melt right in your mouth.
Sounds really good.
Let's see. Some. Oh, and my jellies. I guess we'll go to the jellies.
Yep.
Then we can ask questions and whatever. Here is the elderberry cranberry. And that elderberry cranberry to me is my favorite.
I'm a huge fan of that one. That's the best jelly I've probably ever had in my life, or jam. Loved
You
it.
like that one?
Yeah, I did it with. I made a. Do you know what a fool's gold sandwich is?
No.
So it's a peanut butter, bacon, and jelly. And I didn't do that all the time with it, but they're one of my favorites here and there. And that jam was, it's, I can't describe how good that was. That is my favorite fool's gold sandwich I ever made was with that jelly. That jelly made it. That jam made it. But that's
I have a
my,
lot. The people look at me like, are you crazy? You put them two together. It's like, wait till you try it. It is good. And then I have one gal, she comes from probably 50 miles away, and that's all she buys is that one.
it's very
And then I
unique.
have,
There's nothing like that in the grocery store, that's for sure. And then it's made fresh by you, so it just doubles into the experience, I guess. From me at least. Not sure for other people. So awesome.
and then I got wild plum. Of course, I didn't put, there's the wild plum. It's nice and looks just like plum. And then what else do I got? Here's the, oh, chokecherry. Everybody probably doesn't know what a chokecherry is. But a chokecherry is, well, you want it dark red when you pick it, and it's about half the size of a marble, and it comes in clusters. So I go out and all of these, except for the cranberries. Of course, we don't grow cranberries here, but all of that stuff is out in the bush. It's out in the wild. I go out in the middle of August into July, hand pick them. Then I bring them back, and you have to take them off the stem, because if you do not take them off the stem and you process them, that stem is poisonous, and you'll get cyanide in your jelly.
Don't want that.
No. So it's all hand processed. It takes time, but the outcome is very good. So,
Awesome. So that's the whole lineup then?
I think so.
Cool. So kind of moving to the next section.
Okay.
So kind of and this is a little more personable, but kind of what keeps you going? Why do you make this stuff? Obviously, you started and you just kept going, but what's the kind of the driving factors that wake you up every day and like this is awesome, I get to make this. This is amazing and I get to like what is the driving factor for you to make this amazing stuff here?
I guess it'd be the finished product. I know how good it tastes, and so I just want to share it with others. Because a lot of stuff you bake and it's either dry or it's this and that and t'other, and it just so I guess maybe that's a perfectionist coming out in me.
Yeah, I mean, I can vouch it. It's about as good as you're saying, and um, yeah, and kind of moving from that. So when you give people the perfect product, and then you see their reaction, and uh, so when you start selling to people online more, what are you looking at that? Are you wanting to communicate, or because we have a feature where we can do instant chat, uh, or you're just wanting to toil your work and get it done? What are you kind of after with your finished product with us here particularly? Just push out more, or just what is it?
Well, as long as the orders come in, they keep coming in. I'll keep making and come up with different things. And I also like feedback.
Yeah.
That way, if they say, that way, well, then I can go back to the drawing board and change. or make it better or whatever. But I do like feedback.
So you're chasing that perfect product. I like that. That's kind of what
Yes.
I'm after too. So awesome, awesome.
And
Go ahead.
I've always been one. I have threw batches away that were not correct, were not right. And I'll taste it. And if it doesn't suit my needs, then we'll either eat it or it goes in the trash can till I get it perfected.
Yep.
And I have a lot of people that says don't throw it away, we'll eat it. So that's where it goes.
Yeah. They're throwing it away. Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, that perfect product that you'll never really get it, but it's just to make the best thing possible because it's a high thing to achieve and people love it. And we're glad to have you on the store and you're the first cottage person. So there's a lot that you offer that no one else really offers, and you're in a unique situation, and I appreciate that you are in that situation and for us so that we can help you. And kind of moving from that, is there uh, anything that you'd like to share about, anything general about when you sell to someone and how they should connect to you, because they can message you, or is there any connection or something that you'd like to offer to them or anything like that?
Yeah. If you got any questions, I'll answer them for them if they do. But the most important thing, I've had people tell me, well, I bought it and it molded. So I go, my next question is, okay, you're supposed to refrigerate this. Well, I didn't think it'd mold that fast. And I says, yes, it will, because there is no preservatives in there. And I cannot stress that enough. You either eat it, refrigerate it, or freeze it upon arrival, because in 2 days, the bread will be moldy because it is fresh.
That's really good to present because you don't have any preservatives and everything in the grocery store is filled with them, and people are just used to what's in the grocery store. So please, please, please refrigerate it so then you can enjoy it longer, or freeze it if you're not going to eat it that week. Please do that and you will enjoy all the stuff that she has to offer here. It's really awesome that there's no preservatives. It's pretty rare to get a hold of stuff like this. So, at least online, and it's awesome that she's doing this for us. So kind of moving from that, is there any special message, anything else that you'd like to share? We're kind of running down our list of stuff because you just kind of have your craft so down and you can kind of explain things because you've been doing it for so long. Is there any special message or anything like that that you'd like to share, uh, other than freeze it or refrigerate it or eat it, which is great advice.
And I can always make more. And I do. I want to thank you very much, Cameron, for the opportunity for this. It's going to be a good ride.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
So I guess if I come up with something new, I'll have you put it on.
Sure. And so, and something that I want to run a little bit to the audience so that it's clear what the laws are with you with cottage food and what that means. So there's two classifications for selling food. There's being USDA inspected, and then there's a cottage license. And the USDA is the federal level, and cottage is the state level. And the state of Nebraska allows you to sell non-perishable cottage via shipping, but she can't sell things like your cheesecakes over mail. So if you want to pick something like that up from her, if you live around her, You can go to her place in Stratton and pick up one of those. I'm sure they're really good, and I'd love to try it. But she's under the cottage law, and she's unique from everyone else up to this point in that everyone else is USDA or FDA approved, so they can do things federally. She can sell to everybody as if she was USDA minus the perishable stuff. So just so we're clear, that's what she, in terms of her uh, licenses, that's where she's different from everyone else on the site, and she's the first to really do this. So I think I cleared everything about that section, and it's just an important thing to know about her. And so, kind of moving from that, is there anything in the ag food industry, any goals that you're moving towards, um, anything, anything quite like that?
Well, the cottage law this year has allowed us to do cream pies, cheesecakes. We can do custard pies now. We couldn't a year ago. We can now, but the catch is I have to hand deliver them and I have to keep them cold. But everything that I handle is probably better than what it is at the grocery store on some of that. And moving forward, I guess my goal would be to get me a commercial kitchen, and then it's wide open.
Oh yeah. And to other cottage people that are listening, that's a pipeline that we kind of offer because we're getting you more revenue, more customer, more confidence that you can ship interstate and that it's kind of worth it to do this. So this is kind of a nice kind of, she's the first in this program essentially. And you're a good guinea pig, Tuesday. I'll give you that.
Thank you. And it's a process. I've got my cottage going on 6 years for my cottage law, and it's a process. But it doesn't take long. You just gotta abide by the rules and do what they say, and you're in business.
So we love that. Uh, so I think we covered pretty much everything. Um, is there any last thoughts or questions you have for me? And if I'm moving too fast, I move a little fast. We can slow down on a certain section if you want to revisit it. Other than that, we are pretty much through our general program here. Do you have anything else?
I can't think of anything.
I kind of ran through this a little fast. It's about 30 minutes, so which is perfectly fine. Um, so please check out Tuesday. The link's in the description. Like I said earlier, that popcorn is my absolute favorite and a lot of other people's favorites, so I'll push that to the top. Please check that out. I've had all the caramel popcorn because I'm from Nebraska, so that is definitely the best I've ever had, so please check it out. Um, and thank you all for listening. This has been another special episode of Back the Producer. Tuesday has been a wonderful guest. Thank you, Tuesday, for being on.
Okay. Thank you for the opportunity.
Of course, of course. We're really glad to listen to you and see what you have to offer and really connect with you. And that's what this is all about. So please message her with any questions. And remember, eat, refrigerate, or freeze. Do not let it sit. And this is Cameron with Back the Producer. And I want to thank you guys again for tuning in and listening. Have a great rest of your week. Take care.